Okay, so next up is a 1350 series OE Ford Super Duty front shaft from my customer Niles. The ask was the CV had fallen apart and was all loose and wonky, and could you fix it? And the exterior of this was pretty rusty. It had just quite a large buildup, more than normal, I would even say, of just material. It was just built up on the exterior of this. Came off easily. The material, it was the shaft, the tubing and everything that was left underneath really isn't compromised. It's just how it's a good example of how invasive and insidious the brine and the corrosive materials that the road treatment is, just invades everything. So I sandblasted that, cleaned it all up. The one U-joint had failed. That one, the one closest to the yoke here, had failed. Two caps of that thing were just blown out. They had been changed. They were greasable style U-joints, so they weren't the OE ones, the snap tight ones. There was a tremendous amount of just road grime and grit in that whole cavity there. So I cleaned that all out, soaked it, and then sandblasted everything. So it's got a new boot kit, ball kit, two new Spicer snap tights. The trunnion on the ball stud yoke was in good shape, so that's a win. We reran all of that. So I put it all back together. It's got another 1350 series snap tight down there. I took the band clamp off and slid that apart and renewed the red grease, or I put high-tack red grease in the stub and slip assembly. That is the reverse stub configuration. So the spline, this is a yoke shaft, so that's got the spline on it, the male spline, and that's the female socket there. It's backwards to what we'd ordinarily think of, but they're good quality pieces and they're pretty rugged. So I cleaned it out, put new red grease in it, like I said, and seal it back up. I do not put a grease fitting in that style because the vent is back here, and if you put grease in it, it would eventually migrate into the tube, so you don't want to do that. It wasn't here because that was the problem, but I like to clean everything all up and make sure it's good to go. So that's about 2,700 RPM. That is the front axle. I do have this in here backwards. I've had it in here both ways. I just wanted to make sure I had it. It just had this nagging little thing that I couldn't get over the hump of getting it zeroed out. And sometimes, not very often, I will just reverse them in the machine. This machine will go backwards as well, but this helps you get a better look at it. And I just did it after I had the weights welded on just to make sure. So that's zero at the transfer case. That's about 2,700 RPM. This is actually the front axle, I'm sorry. And this is the transfer case down here. So I'm gonna say that's a win for Niles Super Duty front shaft. And we'll get this back to him. I'm gonna get it painted right now. It's gonna go right into the paint booth. And I'll get it painted and get it back to him.